Okay, good afternoon everybody. Welcome to our regular update. Starting next week, just as an announcement, we're going to hold our updates Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Kasi para nahihirapan din yung konti-konti masyado yung updates natin. Ano? And we'll give you an update at the start of the week, middle of the week, and then end of the week so that you can schedule your activities accordingly. And we will try to avoid sudden updates. Includes the 3 confirmed 29 NCOV ARD cases, of which 1 is still admitted at this time. 1 has been discharged and then we have 1 mortality. So, meanwhile, 57 PUIs have tested negative and 3 have tested positive, and the DOH is awaiting the results of 155 cases, and these tests are being done at our ITM. On our contact tracing efforts, as of February 6, 2020, the Epidemiology Bureau, together with the PNP, CIDG, has identified all of the 441 contacts on the first and second case of the NCOV ARD. Of this number, of the 441 which we have identified, 379 were passengers and crew from flights taken by the confirmed cases, while 62 contacts were from the hotels, resorts, hospitals, public vehicles, and other places visited by the confirmed cases. Of the contacts, yung nahanap na natin, of the contacts reached, 203 were placed on home quarantine. Wala silang signs and symptoms, wala silang nararamdaman, walang lagnat, tubo. While the remaining 32 contacts that exhibited symptoms were categorized as PUIs. 32. 203 yung home quarantine na walang symptoms. Yung 32 merong symptoms. The remaining 206 have yet to be interviewed. So, na-identify na natin sila, alam na natin sila, kaya lang meron 206 na hindi pa namin na-interview because of erroneous contact information that's written, for example, on the flight information. But the EB is already coordinating with the PNP and local authorities to facilitate contact assessments and interviews so that we can go exactly where they are. Upon the release of the laboratory result of the third confirmed case, EB has also initiated contact tracing. Then yung flight niya from China to Cebu, and then yung Cebu, and then stay the hospital in Bohol. To date, 106 contacts have been identified also and traced, and this includes all 90 coast passengers and 16 individuals from hotels and hospitals who came in contact with the third confirmed case. So may 106 contacts tayo ngayon na nalapitan. Currently, 22 of these contacts have been interviewed and were placed on home quarantine, while 4 symptomatic contacts have been categorized as PUIs. So we're doing contact tracing now on the first and second case, yung couple, and the third case natin yung sa Bohol.
Okay, we'll be entertaining 5 questions from the media today. Aiko, Demand, Trish, and Sir Dan.
Sir, regarding to dun sa PUIs and the first confirmed case, yesterday you mentioned that yung viral load niya is bumababa na. But as of the current situation, ano po yung condition niya, sir?
Well, the patient is stable, no symptoms. Our reports indicate that the last test niya done on May 6, ano ba, May 7 na? February 6, I think yung latest niya was negative already. But we already sent sample for the second test kasi we need 2 consecutive tests to be negative before we discharge the patient.
Sir, regarding on the pag-discharge ng mga pasyente, Secretary Duque said that WHO will be sending testing kits. Kapag yun daw po yung nangyari, mas mapapabilis yung pag-discharge sa mga negative. Although may kailangan po hintay yung oras din po ba bago i-release yung isang patient na wala na pong signs and symptoms.
Yeah. So the WHO is helping us both with number 1, yung reagents and primers for the test, the complete test that we're doing at RITL. Now, the WHO was also in the process of validating yung quick test kits. These are the ones that can be used at the point of care kung saan pwede i-test. Once the WHO was validated and test kit, we hope and we want to make them available at the hospitals para at the point of care pa lang sa hospital matest na kung positive or negative. Kasi at this time, it takes us 48 hours to do the complete PCR test at RITM. So every time we have a person under investigation, we admit them, get a sample, send it to RITM. After 48 hours, we get the result. It goes back to RITM before and make sure the patient is well before we discharge. So once we have the quicker test kits that are WHO validated, the turnaround time will be shorter.
Manggagaling sa kanila?
Manggagaling sa actually suppliers. Merong nag-develop ng test kit in the same way that we also have our UP NIH that has developed a test kit. Kaya lang kailangan i-validate muna ng WHO before siya pwedeng bilhin or i-donate dito sa atin tsaka gamitin.
Okay po, next question.
Sandra po, GMA7. Sir, update lang dun sa sa namatay sa crematorium or pagbibiling sa kanya sa public cemetery.
Well, I cannot give you the details right now, but the 2 bodies have been disposed properly already. Wala na sila dito sa Lazaro, and of course, all following safety procedures. Yeah.
Ano po ibig sabihin? Can you give us more details?
I cannot give you details right now, but they are not here anymore.
Public cemetery po ba?
I cannot divulge.
Bakit sir? Bakit hindi?
Well, it's for privacy reasons lang, and for the dignity then of the buried.
So, buried po yung dalawa.
For the dignity of the deceased.
Pero sir, ano po kaya yung burial sa public health kung i-bury sila?
Wala. As long as the body is handled properly and correct depth, then there's no problem.
Pwede na natin sabihin na buried, that's over buried.
They have been disposed of correctly. I cannot confirm or deny it.
Next question, Sir Rafi.
Sir, reaction lang po to Secretary Dulai's statement yesterday that the DFA team went to Wuhan without wearing hazmats. Is this allowed, or isn't the DOH supposed to be on top of this in terms of providing them with the necessary hazard mats?
No, I think what happened, kasi close naman yung airport ng Wuhan, no? So there's really nobody there. And if they go directly to the embassy, there's no need naman for hazmats in the community. And if they don't come in contact with with the public or any patients. So, ang nag-hazmats lang naman yung mga people handling suspected or confirmed cases. So if you're just going there and then going directly to the embassy, hindi naman kailangan ng hazmat.
Pero sir, wala bang ano doon? Wala bang dangers doon? The fact that you're walking dun sa mga kalsada, open,
Wala, hindi naman. No, it's not. I don't think the people in Wuhan or in Hubei province are all wearing hazmats now. No? They are not. Oo. So hindi. It's not a high risk, especially if you're going directly from the plane to the embassy.
But mask.
Yung mask, it's optional really, the same way that we don't wear masks here for regular activities.
Next question from Trish.
Sir, just a follow-up, clarification na po talaga yung question ko. Yung dalawang body, sir, yung isa doon, yun ba yung infected and will be infected, tapos yung isa yung
HIV.
immunocompromised. So sir, confirm lang din po namin, yung 3 cruise ship passengers docked in Manila tested positive for NCOV, is that correct?
Yeah, I did. We're waiting for a report from IHR. Ito yung nag-dock sa Manila on January 28, and then I think some passengers went down on the 29th. And there's a report that 3 passengers who went to Hong Kong tested positive. But those 3 passengers were passengers from the cruise from January 19 to 24. So it's a completely different set of passengers.
Were they able to go down? Kumbaga may nakasalang haba sila na?
Hindi sila, ibang grupo yung nandito, yung pumunta dito. Ito yung 19 to 24 na cruise nila, tapos bumaba na sa Hong Kong and then they tested positive. The cruise that bumaba na sila on the 24th sa Hong Kong. So, ibang group na yung pumunta dito.
Sir, just one more. Yun sa crematory, sir, na nag-decline, did they say the reasons why natakot na sila to admit or to do the services for the dead?
Yeah, well, frankly, I think they are afraid that it might affect business. Pag nalaman ng public na nag-cremate sila ng NCOV patient, baka natatakot sila na baka hindi na rin sila puntahan ng publiko at hindi tangkilikin yung kanilang mga servisyo.
Sir, ilan yung nag-refuse?
Wala akong alam na hindi nag-refuse.
Sir Joby.
Sir, yung dun sa 9 na nag-refuse admission, ano yung reasons nila for refusing to be admitted sa facility? And lahat ba ito Filipino or may foreign nationals tayo sa siya?
I don't have the details of that. But I know that some of them, at least some of them are foreign nationals kasi nagpapatulong na nga tayo dun sa mga embassy nila. Siyempre may language, minsan may language barrier, and some of them are also afraid na yung gastos sa ospital, although at this point the government is shouldering the expenses of our patients. So several personal reasons, but so far we're still working with the LGUs to convince them, and of course working with the embassies to do that.
Hindi sila pwede mag-force, sir,
No, I think if it comes to that, it might come to a forced quarantine.
Sir, yung ano reaction na ng DOH dun sa sinabi ng kapas mayor na they don't want the NCC to
Yeah, I think the secretary is talking right now. Is contacting the mayor and to explain to them that, of course, all the agencies of government are going to do everything possible to make sure that the OFWs who are coming in will not come in contact with the community. Malayo naman kasi ito, although it's in Capas, it's inside naman the New Clark City, and everybody, not only DOH but all the other agencies, are going to make all necessary arrangements to make sure that there's no risk for the community.
Next, Ms. 5.
Sir, yung families po ng to be repatriated in the Philippines, were they already informed of the repatriation? Kasi sabi po kahapon, they are discouraged to welcome their families.
Yeah, well, I'm sure the people who will be repatriated have already contacted their families. And if they want to come home, the policies of government really is so for every Filipino who wants to come home, we will welcome them and actually arrange for their safe transit to the Philippines and safe quarantine. Totoo yun, may nakausap na ako actually ng mga nakauwi na OFW even before the lockdown, and some of them have problems na yung families nila mismo ang ayaw tumanggap sa kanila. But of course, we ask everybody to to be more naman siguro no, mas yung puso naman nila para sa mga pamilya nila. Lalo na kung nakalagpas sa 14-day quarantine period, tapos na-test natin na negative. Then gusto lang naman siguro nila umuwi sa mga pamilya nila.
Okay.
Sir, meron na pong positive sa Bohol, San Bicol and Albay, tapos sumakay daw po ng fast with 200 passengers.
Wala. Sa ngayon lang, we only have the 3 positive ones na yun yung pumunta ng Cebu and Dumaguete, and then yung Cebu na pumunta sa Bohol. Baka yun yung tinutukoy mo, yung third case natin. So yung fast craft natin, tinitrace din natin yung mga kasama dun sa mga co-passengers niya, yung sa plane at saka yung sa fast craft natin.
So next question, sir.
Sa advisor.
Wala kaming report from Albay. There's no confirmed or verified report from Albay.
Sir, doon po sa, ano po mangyayari sir doon sa mga flight crew po na makakasalalunga po ng mga repatriated OFWs? Kasama rin po ba sila doon sa quarantine?
Well, all precautions will be taken. First of all, yung sila, talagang naka-full protective sila. No? Where sila, there will be very limited contact with the patients. There's protocol on how they do it for this kind of flights. For example, wala nang service syempre ng pagkain at inumin doon sa short flight na yon. There's going to be a separate toilet, for example, for the crew and for the passengers. And then upon coming in, they will be monitored. But at least most of them will probably be quarantined just to make sure.
Next question, sir.
Sorry, any update dun sa availability ng supply ng face mask from the manufacturers or kaya yung import?
Yeah, ito yung Department of Trade. The Department of Trade has talked to. There's one manufacturer here in the Philippines na nasa special economic zone natin. Actually, they make their face masks for export. But they have promised to increase production and supply us regularly parang 500,000 face masks a week para lang may sigurado na meron tayong available supply sa market and sa hospitals natin.
So wala pa tayong specific time kung pwedeng masabi dun sa public na
I think ang sabi ng DTI by next week yun sa start na yung yun yung meron ng sa kanila, pangako sa kanila na magpo-produce and that we will supply the market. So ang gagawin niya ng DTI, syempre mamamahagi sa mga ospital, pero gusto nila sa merkado meron din sa mga public retailers.
Okay, so last 3 questions from Sheila, Janelle, and Cruz. Sir, Atla.
Sir, kung sa mga repatriates, ilan na yung may clearance na bumalik as far as yung immigration status nila? From the change?
Oo, hindi parang lay-by pa until talagang bumalik sila. Ang range na huling alam ko is mga 45 to 50 ang gusto umuwi.
Sir, na-mention yung forced quarantine. Magiging policy na ba yun?
Actually, ang government naman has the authority, no? Lalo na kung nakita natin talaga na nag-deteriorate, may sakit na ma-quarantine natin. But of course, as much as possible, we want it to be a dialogue and a convincing in a manner na ma-convince natin sila to come in willingly. But if we have to do it, then we have to do it case by case basis.
Sir, yung 9 na yun, kasi lumilipas yung araw eh. So, meron ba kayong binigay na deadline na dapat makuha sila? Kasi yung araw, di ba, malayo pa silang pwedeng ma-infect.
Well, hindi. Una, alam naman na natin kung sino sila at ang naman ay mag-stay away naman sila sa ibang tao. No? Hindi lang sila naka-quarantine sa loob ng ospital natin. But they know that they are persons under investigation and I'm sure yung mga kamag-anak din naman nila, alam nila. Kaya lang gusto pa rin natin kasi dahil may symptoms, nasa ospital sila, para kung sakaling magkaroon sila ng karamdaman na mas malubha, magagamot natin sila.
Sir, deadline for TNT and LGU?
Well, no, we're just taking it, talagang everyday we convince them and we just want them in as soon as possible.
Isang may update na po ba on whether Feb 9 talaga sila mag-arrive or any other?
Wala pa. There's going to be a meeting this afternoon. There's the NDRRMC is convening. Actually, nandun sa secretary ngayon. Magko-convene yung NDRRMC and I know that members of the interagency task force are also going to be there. So they'll probably be settling everything, the details, including the dates.
Can I ask about the numbers again? So 215 PUIs.
184 admitted,
Yes.
9 refused admission, 17 are discharged. Parang it leaves like 5 pa. Does that mean wala dun sa numbers yung 3 who were confirmed and the 2 who died? Parang 210 lang po ata.
Yeah, 2 died, 3 confirmed.
Okay, okay. So hindi mo po sila kasama dun sa 3.
Yes.
Okay, sige po. Yeah.
Sila yung 5.
Last question, sir.
Wala naman pala.
Hindi, meron.
Sir, good afternoon. So, meron po mga naka-line up na sporting event sa Foods Village sa Clark City, New Clark City. So, posible po ba mag-ibanta sa kalusugan ng atleta, yung pinagawang parking facility?
Mukhang matagal pa naman kasi lagpas isang buwan pa naman before the next planned activities. So kahit po matuloy yung quarantine period natin na 2 weeks, matatapos na rin naman at makakauwi na sila. And then the whole facility can be disinfected. So hindi naman po nanganganib yun.
Salamat po.
So, may mga concert ng mga Koreans dito and most of that, yung sold out daw at mga buyers Chinese. Anong position ng DOH?
Well, kung yung buyers nila, Chinese, tas wala pa sila dito, hindi naman sila makakapasok. Kasi
Sir,
wala
yung
na
mga
tayong
Chinese nationals nandito na karamihan daw ng mga bumili ng tickets.
Well, you know, the Chinese nationals who are here have been here for more than a week, no? At saka lumagpas before the ban naman sila nandito. So they are here legally and there's no...
You say to sir, can the concert push through?
No, that's up to the concert organizers to decide. We've always naman, nag-advise lang tayo sa lahat na mag-avoid ng mga crowded places, di ba? Lalo na kung merong mga may sakit na kasama naman yun sa mga panukala natin, sa mga abiso natin sa lahat. And of course, that's a decision naman yun ng event organizers.
Yusek, just to be clear po, ang unanimous decision or resolution ng municipal council ng Kapas. So kahit ganun po yung nangyari, since kayo yung leading agency po nito, push through pa rin kayo ng Clark City.
I think yung interagency task force that's being led by the DOH will probably, of course, talk to the LGU. Kasi hindi naman pwedeng lahat ng LGU ayaw. Mga kababayan naman natin itong uuwi. Hahanapan naman natin sila ng lugar na safe na malayo sa komunidad na makakapanghawa. And of course, we will appeal naman sa puso't damdamin nila na i-welcome natin itong mga kababayan natin. Dahil sisiguraduhin naman ang lahat ng ahensya ng gobyerno na hindi malalagay sa panganib yung kanilang mga
And assurance lang po na lahat po ng dadalhin sa quarantine facility is yung wala na pong symptoms kasi direkta po silang ilalagay na sa health facility.
Oo, totoo yun. Pagbaba ng aeroplano, paglapag pa lamang, actually bago pa lang sila umalis doon, bago sumakay ng aeroplano, i-check na. Tapos sa aeroplano, may kasamahan din tayo doon ng mga taga-DOH na health personnel na magbabantay para kung may magkakasakit man. Ilang oras lang naman yung flight na yun. Pagdating nila dito, nakasalubong ang Bureau of Quarantine natin. Titingnan din kung merong may sakit sa kanila. Kung meron sa kanilang may sakit at may nararamdaman, diretso yun sa ospital. Ang ilalagay lang natin sa quarantine facility, yung malulusog at walang napakitang sintomas.
Okay, thank you very much.
Si Sandra tapos si Rap.
Meron siyang administrative matter. Pero tanong ko lang sa San Lazaro po, ilan po ngayon ang PUI?
Hindi ko alam, sorry mamaya, text ko na siguro sa inyo kung ilan yung ang last, kasi yung a few days ago pa yung alam ko galing kasi sa ibang kanina. Pero meron tayo, you know naman na lang talagang pasyente natin na pinakamarami pa rin is San Lazaro and RITM, yung dedicated facilities talaga natin for infectious diseases. So ang pinakamarami pa rin talaga na naka-admit na PUI sa San Lazaro at sa RITM.
May information po ba about any PUI na pregnant?
Wala akong information.
Sir, sa Pasig, may PUI?
Possible, may hospital tayo sa Pasig yung sa Rizal Medical Center, but I cannot confirm it right now. I don't have the list kung ano sa hospitals.
Sir, yung admin matters, for Sunday's arrival, is that open to media coverage?
Ang advice sa amin ng PCOO is that they will be sharing pictures with everybody pero hindi yata siya open to coverage. But I'm sure they will confirm that before the actual arrival. Yun yung tinanong ko kanina bago ako bumaba dito eh. Ang sabi daw ng PCOO, sila yung maglalabas ng ano. O, teka, meron daw. DFA will cover the repatriation. PCOO will disseminate to media partners.
So no one is allowed, sir, na sumama doon?
So far, yun ang advice sa amin. Pag tinanong kami, ang sasabihin namin ay PCOO will be sharing pictures of the repatriation.
Sir, final lang, Secretary Duque will personally be there dun sa arrival from Wuhan.
I don't know. I cannot say. Hindi pa rin kasi namin ako kailan yung exact date and time. But definitely people from the department of health.
You want to verify direct flight?
Yes, if I remember correctly, it will be a direct flight to Clark.
Do we have the airline?
It's a chartered plane from the government is chartering a plane.
Private?
Hindi siya commercial flight. Talagang it's a charter siya ng gobyerno para sa may umimang kababayan natin. Meron, hindi siya passenger plane siya, hindi siya C-130.
Okay, thank you very much.
Passenger plane.